Hello again. I'm still in Spain, though soon I'll be going to Switzerland and Germany. I'm here to talk to you about powder explosions. Ideally, I'd be using something like custard powder to help demonstrate it. Um, However, I haven't been able to find any in Spain. What I do have is lycopodium powder, which is a pollen um, which has been used for centuries by magicians, charlatans, shamans to create a quick flash effect with fire when needed. It's still a powder explosion, but it behaves more similar to flash powder than to other stuff I'd use for powder explosions for fire breathing and stuff like that. Um, Personally, I don't use any liquids for fire breathing if I have to. I'll only use powders, and even so, I'll only do fire breathing occasionally because it's very dangerous. Last night, I saw a amateur try doing fire breathing, and he screwed up, and now he's got first and second degree burns from his ears all the way across his face, nose, the other side. He didn't tell anyone what he was doing, and he didn't follow basic safety precautions, and he got really screwed over. Um, and it sucks trying to put out someone's face because your first instinct is just to run up and hit them in the face. So don't try fire breathing unless you've had a lot of training beforehand and have talked to professionals ideally. Having said that, if you're going to do it, you're going to do it anyway, regardless of what I say. But at least I've tried to warn you. Okay, now lycopodium powder looks like this. So it's a very fine yellowish powder. It tends to burn quite hot. Now, lycopodium powder is fairly pricey, so I'll be only using a little bit. It's also very hydrophobic, so what you can do is pour it on top of water and then dip your finger in, and the lycopodium powder, because it's so hydrophobic, will sit on the surface of the water, and when you dip your finger in, it'll coat your finger, so you can dip your finger into the water without it getting wet. Just use a bit. That's probably a bit too much, but as you can see, when it's on a flat surface, it burns a bit because of its high fat content, but it won't really catch the light. So, powder explosions work with very fine materials, particles, because the smaller it gets, the bigger the surface area is in comparison to the volume. This means that there's more oxygen available for the particles to combust, because the relationship as an object gets larger between the surface area and the volume is not linear. So small objects have much larger surface area generally compared to their volume than larger objects, because as they get larger, it starts cubing the volume as opposed, which doesn't quite happen to the surface area. Therefore, when you're doing powder explosions, you need to suspend the powder in the air. Now, lycopodium powder is very flammable, so this isn't so hard. What you can do is just get a lighter, hopefully it works, it's nearly out of fuel, and start it, and of course, if you want bigger explosions, you need more powder. That was about a quarter of a teaspoon worth of powder. So, most factories that make very fine particulate matter, such as flour factories, need to have the same regulations as gunpowder factories, because if you're milling like a material like flour very fine, it becomes very explosive if it gets up into the air. So there's quite a lot of regulations around flour factories.